Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, who are you? First, let me introduce myself. So, my name is Lilik Artika. Just call me Lily. I'm from class 5T I1. So, today in this video, I will present my analysis of Sasak language words under the title of Morphological Analysis of Sasak vocabulary. So, without further ado, let's get started. So guys, let's start with the basic concept. So for this project, I studied 30 basic words from the Sasak language. So for those who do know, Sasak is a language spoken by people on the Lombok Island in Indonesia. So the main goal of our study was really simple actually. So we want to understand how these words are built from smaller parts. So next. So to understand how the words are built, first of all, we have to know about morphemes first, guys. So think of morphemes as the building blocks of words. There are two main types. The first one is free morpheme and the second one is polymorphemes. So free morphemes is like this can stand alone as their own words, like eat or work. Then the second bound morphemes is like this cannot stand alone, like they must be attached to other word parts. For example, suffix er and teacher, for example. So teach plus suffix er become teacher, like that. This is the bound morphemes. So guys, now these building blocks can change words into different ways. The first way is derivational and the second way is inflectionals. So the first way is derivational. So guys, this process creates a completely new word. It often changes the meaning or the type of work. A great example is changing the verb teach into the noun teacher by adding suffix er, like what I mentioned before. Okay, like that, guys. So the second way is inflectional. So this does not create a new word. Instead, it just you know what, adds grammatical information. For example, adding ed to walk, like walk it, which shows the past tense, like that. So now let's talk about what I discovered, and I found several common patterns that the Sasak language uses to create new words. One common pattern that I found is the prefix "be". So this is often used to show an activity or a state. For example, berombo means to add more. It is from be, prefix "be" plus rombo. Rombo, it means add, and when we combine be plus rombo, it means to add more, like that. Then another prefix is nge. This often make a verb, like in the word ngiring, which means to follow. So ngiring is from prefix nge plus iring. Iring, it means follow, but when we use you know what, how to say that one, when we combined nge plus iring become ngiring, it means to follow. Then there are pattern pe and an. So this is frequently used to make a noun for a place or you know what, or a thing, like pegawaian, which means job. So pegawaian is from gawe it is an event, and when we put suffix pe and an, pegawean, it means job, like that. Then we also found patterns that don't create new words but instead add grammatical sites. Like 1K pattern is se blah 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 key. This makes words more specific and almost like adding the words the in English. For example, selaki doesn't just mean a man. It especially means the husbands. And another pattern is reduplications, which means repeating words. You know what, this often shows that an action is continuous, like an onya means careful, but onya means to careful continuously, like that. What is the main conclusion from all of this? There are 3 points. I think first, the Sasak language uses many prefixes and suffixes to build its words. Then the second, the derivational patterns that I found are really common. They're the most common used. They are primary tool for creating new verbs and nouns. And the third, inflectional patterns are less common and are used, and they are used to add subtle grammar and nuance without making a new word. And finally, I think the whole system is quite regular and follows clear. I think it's understandable rules for everyone. So I think that's all of my presentations, of my analysis. Thank you so much for your attentions, and if I do mistakes, please forgive me. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.